Sound. We have. I love having a microphone. It makes people be quiet. It's dead nice. It's like a magic wand. Let's go. Conversation stop then. Hello, guys. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending where you are in the world, and welcome to the wonderful grand finale of Slamovision 2021. Make some noise, Manchester. And make some noise wherever you are in the world, and we're going to pretend that we can hear the noise. There we go. Welcome to the grand finale, as I said. My name is Reese. I'm going to be your host for the evening. I'm here on behalf of the wonderful Manchester City of Literature. So for those of you who don't know, Manchester is a designated city of literature, as designated by UNESCO, which basically means we do literature pretty well here. Got an amazing city of poetry, of libraries, of publishers, of artists, of audience, all kinds of amazing things happening. And we are working with our wonderful friends over in Quebec City. So can we all say hello to Jeremy, who is my co-host for the evening?
Hello, everyone.
So we are here to commemorate the finale for the third time of the wonderful Slamovision project. We all familiar with Eurovision, right? It's the thing where we go, we perform against other countries, and every single time Great Britain gets 0 or no points, yeah? But, you know, we wanted to do it a little bit differently, so we decided let's do it with slam poetry and let's find a way to collaborate with our friends in the other UNESCO Cities of Literature, of which there are 42 now. We added 3 new cities recently, and there are now 42 cities of literature, so I think that in itself deserves a round of applause. 42 cities doing amazing things of literature. I'm going to be quiet for a second and let my friend Jeremy introduce himself, maybe tell us a little bit about what's happening over in Quebec City at this moment, where he is, that kind of thing, yeah.
Thanks, Reese. So my name is Jérémy Aubry. I come from Quebec, evidently. We are here in the Maison de la Littérature. We are very grateful to be hosting with you this event. We have a lot of things happening here in the Maison de la Littérature. We are there's a stage here, and there is a lot of contest also. We have to thank also the Institut Canadien de Québec for their support, and also the Tremplin d'Actualisation de Poésie, who organize a lot of poetic events here in Quebec. So I feel grateful, a little bit weird, awkward, because I'm hosting in English in my French city. So I hope you can understand me and that I'm going smoothly with my English interpretation of all that.
Jeremy,
we have a lot of talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Reese. Thank you. So we have a lot of conversation, evidently, in Canada about the territory, but I think as artists, we can say that we have a big territory to claim, and we like to hear all voices. So for first surprise tonight, we have the winner, the co-winner of last year Slamovision that is here in Quebec City. So let me introduce you, Thomas Langlois.
Corrompu à l'os, jusqu'à l'ectoplasme, mon cœur aux places, on l'a rompu, remplacé par le huard bronze de la pièce. Je ronfle dans le placenta métallurgique de nos métros qui avivent à leur gicle sur le plumage de nos anges vitreux au nombre androgyne, nos métros fourmillent sous la métropole, là où le dragon de pétrole rugit. J'suis allergique à la monarchie du dioxyde. Et moi aussi, je suis une astitoxine en toxédo, c'est morphologique. Je morfile une giclée de mots névralgiques. Ma gorge vorace, c'est qu'un mofleur de nomatopée. Et dans ma cage thoracique, vrombit un métronome indompté. La calomnie blotte, compte mon épiglotte de connard comme une larve de monarque mécanique. Je te parle, te communique par la gueule de mes canons tantale maniaque. À la hargne latente, charlatan, tentant, la totale, l'attentat à la langue d'encre. Mais dans mon ivresse lucide, je prends l'autobus. Direction notre lince insipide et je vois Nos colonnes vertébrales, raides épinglées droites, nos mains pingres et moites craignent le moindre contact, dressés comme un champ de flingue craint et cloîtré dans notre cathédrale, aux bouches muettes. Nos colonnes vertébrales, des cordes mal accordées qui forment une crèche morbide morcelée, un orchestre de gorge scellée, au fond du fjord gelé, une horde de corps cordés dans l'autocar comme hors du temps. Tous passagers d'un réseau de solitude en commun. Un carnaval de vagabonds noyés dans le vague wagon de l'abondance, aspirés dans nos écrans. On se mirage, nous. Mes besoins ont besoin de moi. Je suis la perte effeuillée d'un portefeuille qui porte mes failles et toute ma vie je travaille pour me racheter de ma naissance. Ma bourse me joue, mon offre me demande et ma paye me brûle. Mes élections me perdent, mes politiciens me votent dans une politique de quantité. Je suis maintenant le candidat des candidats de quantité de code d'études autodidactes. Me v'là l'endetté d'une liberté candide qu'on transforme en dictat, me dandine le cul dans TikTok, tandis que tout éclate anti-clock. On est rendu là qu'un boys club de coyotes, pas boycottable, qui s'écoute gueuler pour se dégoter une coupe de code d'écoute. Nous sommes notre retour du son. Nos divertissements nous dévorent doucement. Puis j'en fais partie. Puis là, fouille-moi comment, mais je french avec une inconnue dans l'abribus. On tente de répandre l'amour comme une murale virale, une pandémie, où je verrai un jour mes enfants marcher. Parce que de toutes les calamités, l'amour est la plus belle anarchie que je puisse leur offrir. Et là, je te parle pas de magie. Je veux pas de ton indulgence de merde. C'est juste que l'amour est un mythe en urgence de verbe. Parce qu'on se raconte plus l'amour.
That's the part where we clap and we make noise and we whoop. So,
Yes.
Thomas, thank you. I will replicate what I said before. So I said to Thomas, it's strange that I speak about 6 words of French, so I couldn't get the poem. However, it made me want to go and learn French and be a better human being. And also what's beautiful is that cadence and flow and rhythm carries across language, right? So even though I couldn't get the words, I could get the energy, I could get that this was well-crafted work, and I can see why Thomas was a joint winner of Slamovision last year. So again, another round of applause, please, for Thomas. So, before we get into the video submissions, let me run you through a little bit of what's going to happen tonight. So we have got 8 participating cities, and let's make some noise for each and every one of them as I read them out. And for those cities watching at home, this is your shout out. So we have Ulyanovsk in Russia. Make some noise for Ulyanovsk. So we've got Kumo in Finland. Keep making some noise. Tartu in Estonia. Keep making noise. Obviously, we're here in Manchester. Obviously, Jeremy is over in Quebec City. And we have Edinburgh. Yes. So we have a wonderful eclectic mix of poets. So what's going to happen is you are going to see some submissions. You're going to see them perform their winning poems. So each city organised their own competition to select a winner. Some people, we did a slam in Manchester as part of One Mic Stand, and we selected our slam winner. Other people did different programs. They might have done a call out. They selected their poets in different ways. And we basically had to judge each other's poetry. Of course, we weren't allowed to judge our own submission, because that would be bias. And bias never happens in competitions. Ever. And what we did is we gave 1 point to the lowest scoring team, as we decided, our lowest scoring submission, right up to 7 points for the poet that blew us away the most. And then what's going to happen is at the end, in the second half of the show, you'll see us all reading out our scores, and we will come to a place where there's actually a winner. And that's the part where we go, ooh, let's try that. I might go, ah. I might go, yeah. All right, so that's wonderful. So, yeah, you guys are good. I like you guys. It's like 13 of you, but you sound like there's 14 of you. Sorry, I didn't count the technicians, so there's 17 of us. So what we're going to do in a minute, and what will happen is before you see every submission, you'll also see a short video from the cities talking about a poetry initiative that they've done over the past 12 months. So you get a little bit of a flavour of what they're doing, what it's been like, because we can feel a bit distant, right? We can feel it like we're a bit separated. We're all working to promote literature in our respective cities, and we don't get the opportunity to meet up as much as we would like because of COVID and money and the fact that it costs a lot of money to travel. So it's very nice to reflect on what we're doing in our wonderful cities. So without further ado, we are about to go into our first video, and this is going to be a submission from Ulyanovsk in Russia, and they're represented by a poet called Pavel Soldatov. I'm really sorry for pronunciations in advance. Like I said, I speak English and I speak Mancunian, so I'm only bilingual. So, yes, he is a wonderful poet. He's an organizer of cultural events. He heads up Absurdist Theatre and the Art Eclectica Cultural Centre over in Ulyanovsk. So, can we make some noise for the city of Ulyanovsk, please?
Тираны зеркала, я вижу не себя. Разбитой чаши гости спят без сна. Весь ужас, что в Тартаре пирует, на пир Тиберия явился гидрой смерти. И кровь в вине, вино из крови, тела ноги в хаосе бездвижья. Лишь только шаг мой, словно стрелы Зевса, по мрамору дворца ритм власти выбивает. Бог я. Никто мне в колесницу не смеет сесть, не получив удара. Кто скажет мне, что боги на Олимпе, тот на земле свой дух испустит в муках. Ни золото, ни женщины не смогут мне дать того, что Рим отдал бесплатно. За смерть отцов я получил полмира. Нет, мир я взял его за горло. И пусть глупцы харкают гноем смрадным из душ безвольных совестью бездетной. А трон мой из костей высоким будет. И я тому закон, с законом кто поспорит? Мне страшно. Из зеркала безумное лицо. Глаза огнем горят, слюна смывает подбородок. Мне страшно. Тиберий это кто? Кто я, безумие глупца, безумие тирана? Тиберий это кто? Кто я, безумие глупца, безумие тирана? В нем равен я всему, что погубить успел, в нем равен я всему, что погубить успел, в нем равен я всему, в нем равен я.
And now we're going to Nottingham. We're going to see a little bit of what they do there in Nottingham in the literature scene. And after that, we are going to hear about a poet that is called Cara Thompson. She is known also as Creatively Candid. She's a writer, a poet, self-described black wellness warrior from Nottingham, England, born into a lively Jamaican-British family. Cara started writing at the age of 14 in the form of city short stories and secret songwriting sessions with mates. I don't know what it is. Since then, Cara has used poetry to explore her identity, celebrate her Caribbean heritage, and address the often unspoken impacts of racism on Black British community members. Cara has collaborated with the NHS, Oxfam, Simon & Schuster, and more, and she's currently a proud member of the Nottingham-based poetry collective Gobs. She also loves cheese. Here she is.
This year, Nottingham City of Literature collaborated with English Pen, one of the world's oldest human rights organisations, on the Summer of Freedom Reads workshop programme. The programme, which took place at the National Justice Museum here in Nottingham, gave young people aged 14 to 21 the opportunity to take part in a series of workshops on the theme of justice. The workshops were facilitated by local writer Joshua Judson and included talks from inspiring speakers, including poet and activist Panya Banjoko and academics Professor Corinne Fowler and Professor Sharon Monteith. The programme looked specifically at the themes of protest, free speech and democracy, as well as taking a deep dive into some of the most famous and infamous banned books of all time. The workshop participants finished the programme with a Pen Writes letter writing workshop, writing letters in solidarity with writers in prison and at risk around the world. The project was a really inspiring experience for our participants and opened their eyes to the issues surrounding freedom of expression and censorship across the world.
Ireland screams. So where are you from? Oh, me, I'm from Nottingham. Yes, but where are you from? I see. Well, that's easy. I'm Windrush, hybrid, island spawn. I'm sun, I'm sea, I'm rain. I'm storm, cast out, cast in. I'm hope, reborn and lost as soon as it was formed. I'm bloody rivers, battleships. I'm ackee, saltfish, fish and chips. I'm cocoa butter on your lips. I'm soursop. I'm apple pips. I'm from the land of wooden huts and bras made out of coconuts, where ganja burns and Europe tuts from inside of their history books. I'm blue magic and hot-combed hair. I'm from the blood-stained windows where the ivory banks of Europe glare and leave my empty pockets bare. I'm from a distant echoed threat, an island that I've never met, where sun and sea and toil and sweat are called your favourite vacay yet. From Caliban and animals 2 steps away, from Crusoe and his cannibals, an island of black Hannibals, you dream about that package to Montego Bay you found on Thompson holidays, where trees bend back and snap their roots to greet you on your merry ways. So many days of mine are spent repenting for a helpless crime. I swing upon a slowly snapping vine, and then I realise I'm sugarcane. I'm wind. I'm rain. I'm hurricanes that tear the ground. I'm ancestors that won't be found, whose bodies beat from underground. I'm red-skinned ghosts that haunt your dreams. I'm Nanny, seagull, Puckamania screams, who call across the sea to find their way right back to me. Does that answer your question?
There we go. You're getting the hang of it. I didn't even have to ask you to clap. You guys are good. I like you guys. So, are we having a good time so far? Are we okay? Good. All right then. So we are about to go into the next entrance from the wonderful city of Kumo. And again, I'm going to apologize for getting this name horribly wrong. I'm going to do my best not to do that. But let's try, okay? Let's try. Like I said, English and Mancunian. So Kumo, the city of Kumo, are represented by Keijo Artanen. And Keijo Artanen comes from a background of metalwork and engineering. The roots of his family are in the Karela of the White Sea region, behind the Finnish-Russian border. For him, learning about cultural history is a way to understand his own heritage and discover connections to his ancestors. Nowadays, culture is also his livelihood, as he currently works in the Juminkeko Information Center, representing the Kalevala. See, I told you I was going to get this wrong, I'm sorry. And the Karelian culture. He's also an entrepreneur and an enthusiastic woodworker when he has the time for it. What a bio. I just about managed to host. And when I do that, I get pronunciations wrong. For him, writing this poem was a chance to combine all of his interests and celebrate the completion of a successful project. So yes, let's make some wonderful noise, let's stamp our feet, let's whoop, let's raise a drink if we're at home to the wonderful city of Kumo. We'll hear a little bit more about what they've done this last year, and then we'll see their submission.
Hello, I'm Lena from UNESCO Cities of Literature office.
And I'm Sanna from Kuhmo Town's Library. I don't know, is there something going on here in Juminkeko now? Something interesting?
Yes, actually plenty of things, but one in particular. I would like to tell you about this little booklet I have. Aleksi Haate is a young man from Kuhmo who worked at the Juminkeko Center between 2020 and 2021. During that period, he wrote and recorded several Kalevala-inspired rap songs. Kalevala is the Finnish national epic. And these songs tell about the struggles and contradictions the characters encounter during their adventures. And now, the lyrics of these songs have been published as a book called Vaaksan pituinen elämä. And if you want to listen to the songs, 4 of them have been recorded and published at Juminkeko Center's YouTube channel. But I'm also sure that there's something interesting happening at the library too. Could you share with us something interesting from your work?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we have an art exhibition going on. Art is inspired by poems from Maija Pennas book, Puhetta miltei venäläisestä kylästä. And pieces are made by art club here in Kuhmo. And it's, like I said, it's now going on and it ends at 4th of December this year. But that's it. Goodbye for everyone and have a nice evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Veneen syntymä. Emäpuu petäjäisestä. Kuhmon perukoilta kaajetuista. Riuvuista naitettu. Veneenlauvat petäjäisestä. Väkisin väännetyistä. Armoa ei annettu. Höylällä sivuilta sivaltaen. Hellästi paikkaa hakien. Lauta toi veneelle muodon. Kaaret närepuusta, sutjakasta 100-vuotisesta. Likiranteen vahvuisesta. Juntin korvessa kasvaneesta. Puolivälissä hiki kaatui, ähke kävi, veistäjillä kaaria painaessa. Muikku kukot söimme palkkioksi. On lehtikuusta parraspuu, puskulista ja istuimet. Juntin suunnalta kotoisin. Airot isäukko veisti, soutajan kouraan sopivan, närepuusta mainiosta. Lankomies Tapin vuoli, siianpäätä muistuttavan. Kala onnea lupasi tuovan. Lentiiran tervalla kyllästetty, kyllästymissä asti sivelletty. Imi petäjäinen tervan. Auta tervan, aidon. Vesille venosen mieli tekevi, lentua lainehille liplattaville, vaahtopäille valkehille. Kalastajaa vieden palvellen, vaimon lapsetkin, apajille ahdin mahtaville.
Yes, let's hear it for Kumo. It looks like a Zen master, but a Viking Zen master, if it's possible. Anyway, we're going now to Tartu. We're going to hear from the city, but we're going to hear the submission from Lena Gildan. I'm sorry if I'm getting this wrong. Also, I'm trying. Ina Gildan, and she's a medical student, and writer from Tartu, a small town girl from Finland. She found stage poetry in Tartu and fell in love with its energy, freedom, and the chance to combine her background in performing arts and passion for writing. She has been performing in literature and poetry events around Estonia, competed in Poetry Slam, and is the Tartu Slam Champion 2020 and holds the Estonian Slam second place from the same year. We're going to hear her performs Shape Shifters Domesticated. Here she is.
Hello from Tartu. I'm going to introduce briefly a project called Sentimental Education, which was brought to life this spring by the non-profit organization Lavalule, or Stage Poetry in English, in collaboration with the Writing on the Wall Festival in Liverpool. This project offered a mentoring program for young poets and involved 3 mentors. One from Estonia, a young poet called Tõnis Vilu, whose poetry collection, one of his poetry collections also bears the title Sentimental Education, as well as 2 poets from UK, namely Joel Taylor and Adam Kammerling. And after the mentoring program for young writers, also a film was produced bearing the same title, again, Sentimental Education. And as a poetry film, this is first of the kind produced in Estonia, and it is now available for everybody to watch on YouTube. So when you type in Sentimental Education poetry film, you will be able to enjoy it. Thank you.
In this kitchen, glass never shatters on linoleum in a cinematic blast with slow motion crystal shrapnel taking space and conquering. It's not particularly destructive either in real life, but it works to keep me in my place, though not stable at all. The flooring and I share qualities. We're similarly well-mannered and unremarkable, and I wonder if we could fuse, leaving him yelling alone at a woman disappeared. There are 100 ways of saying it's not me, it's you. And to think it'll keep happening, to think it'll keep returning, even when I keep changing my skin for him, even when I try my hardest to be good, even in this ridiculous miniskirt, my best imitation of the elusive millennial sad girl. But make her sexy, make her a slut, because everyone has to start somewhere. And don't forget to smile, so they might never know what kills you, makes people avert their eyes, because we've all seen this. We all want to keep thinking we haven't. And now there are doors being closed indefinitely. And now I'm embracing the floor again, and no integrity can be found here, just shreds of something that might have once been an identity. But smile, and maybe he is right. You can't really get hurt by something that doesn't hurt. He says it with such conviction, and sometimes I do hope he is right, because there are memories I wish were false. Naming common psychological cruelties after Hollywood films is pretty misleading, by the way. And in any case, it's not him, it's me. And then it's back to the kitchen again, because a meal wasn't ready in time, like I wasn't ready. But smile and say thank you, say I want it, say I love it, stay well-mannered and unremarkable. Try fusing with the floor. There is a fraction of a possibility to sink into it. Not likely, but it's a start, right? It's a start. And how well it is, what a fortunate accident. You see, kitchen is my happy place. His fucking potatoes frying on the pan, a shout of a broken glass, so what's left of my spine pushes into the flesh of my heel. The potatoes crackle like my skin does, with the steady flame of knowing it's me. It's always gonna be me, but repeat again, kitchen is my happy place. Kitchen is my happy place. It's not a lot, but it is a start.
You know what to do. Wow. Again, I'm going to give a particular shout out to people that can master poetry in a language that they're not native to. That deserves a round of applause, guys. That's goosebumps, absolute goosebumps, absolute goosebumps. Thank you so much for the submission there. We are about to go to the Manchester submission. I would have thought with a Manchester, there we go. A bit late on the uptake there. Let's try that again. We're about to go to the Manchester submission. So before we do that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about a project that we did in Manchester recently, over the past 6 months, actually. Yeah, it came to a conclusion really recently. I'm just looking this way because it's supposed to be a nice image of the cover. But anyway, we did a fantastic, we as in Manchester City of Literature, did a fantastic collaborative project with Slamovision City of Literature, which is based in Iraq. And what we did is we took 12 poets from Manchester. 12, is that right? That's right. Yeah, I got the numbers right. We took 12 poets from Manchester, a mixture of contemporary poets and some poets who are no longer with us in body. And we translated their work into Sorani. And we did the same with the poets over in Iraq. We took their words from Sorani and translated them into English. We recruited and trained some new translators to try and find exciting ways and interesting ways to do those words justice when moving into a different language. We put together an ethology, which is 400 pages long. For some people, that might be off-putting. But I promise you, it's 400 pages of goodness. And there's some fantastic poems in there. We're really excited about that. And I think what was really important is that we're finding new and interesting ways to collaborate with other cities of literature. And also, there is a massive Kurdish community in Manchester, so we're going to be working over the coming months to make sure that as many Sorani-speaking residents in Manchester can access that work. We're really proud of it because, like I said, it really covered and really celebrated some of the best poets that Manchester has to offer. So yeah, wonderful. That was our project for the year. Let me introduce the video we're about to watch from our entrant, who goes by the name of P.A. Bites. They are a Jamaican-born Nigerian poet. They recently, in 2020, is that right, published their collection. Was it last year? Was that right? Yeah, I did good. They are a Slambassadors winner. If anyone knows about Slambassadors, it's like the biggest youth slam in the country. They won the whole competition. That's pretty dope, if you ask me. And they're also a member of the Young Identity Collective that's based here in Manchester. And they were recently awarded a Manchester Cultural Award Young Creative of the Year. Let's try that again. Yeah, okay. We're not going to try it again. You're going to make noise now. Okay, so we are about to watch their video. Let's enjoy.
Thy Messiah has a vagina. Voluptuous vanguard Lady Godiva with her crimson rose lipstick and hieroglyph eyeliner, she rides wise into wars like Athena. Nature's nymph, light of life, Lolita, with a smile that interrogates like Mona Lisa, Mother Earth, queen of the ether. Flowers spring from her fingers and the sky is her mirror. She's the lambda leader, the fire bearer and savior. She will eat Gehenna after slaying the ogre and hushing the hissing cobra. God breastfeeds martyrs while hungry eyes crucify her. Thy Messiah has a vagina. The Holy Ghost delivers Caesarean thunder, monthly menses, celestial wonder, the phenomena of wine made from water. Boys beg God to bow like Vestal virgins, suburban servants. God's temple is not the kitchen. She didn't conceive the world to bake you chicken. Men recite ghetto sermons and cook famine, apples stuck in the throat of Adam, saving Eve from boys with batons, just before the cosmos is aborted into a single atom. The Father is a girl. That is why men offer God nothing but betrayal, thorns and steel nails, blood oaths for Baal, climbing the summit of sin, the Tower of Babel, treating God like sheep cattle, snatching burning bush into mantles and rekindle candles. Men strangle their shadows, sickened by their own morals. For centuries, men have prayed to phallic symbols while blaspheming the nipple. It is easier for the camel to enter the eye of a needle than the sentient to praise the essence that cradles. They try to dismiss God as a parable, but her body is the Bible. Genesis, Exodus, and Matthew. Throw pearls to pigs and it will be trampled. The priceless is often undervalued. Thank you.
Yes. Thanks, Manchester. Very impressive, very impressive. We now move to Germany. We are going to Heidelberg. We don't have any videos of the city, but we will hear about their submission, their performer. She's called Judith Hoffman. She has always been drawn to the world of literature and theater. She wrote poetry at an early age and began performing 2 years ago as a trained theater pedagogue. She has led various projects. In her work, she tries to explore the boundaries of the sayable and the inexpressible in human experience. Here she is. Judith Hoffman performs Ein Leben, One Life.
Mein erster Text, den ich heute Abend vorbereitet habe, heißt Ein Leben. Weil 6 Minuten sind nicht viel Zeit. Aber die Zeit reicht. Sie reicht. Weil 6 Minuten, die laufen und aufhalten kann ich die Zeit nicht, aber ich kann sie nutzen. Für ein Gedicht. Über ein Leben im Dunkel und im Licht. Du hast ein halbes Jahrhundert Vorsprung, denn so viel länger als ich läufst du hier schon herum. Ein ganz anderes als mein Leben. Zwischen Krieg, Flucht und neuer Heimat wurde dir gegeben. Deine ersten Jahre hast du in Schlesien verbracht, bis zu jener kalten Nacht, in der deine Mutter euch in eine Kutsche packte und sich eiligst auf den Weg nach Westen machte. Und während in deiner Erinnerung immer der gleiche Film abging, sah ich, wie dir beim Erzählen eine Träne im Auge hing. Dein Vater, er war kein Ehrenmann. Er hielt euch 7 Kinder mit dem Gürtel zum Bravsein an, aber gut, vielleicht hatte er auch einfach weiter den Feind im Blick, als er aus der Kriegsgefangenschaft kam zurück. Kein Wort der Klage kam je aus deinem Mund, denn du hieltest dich mit Lachen gesund. Ja, denn das Lachen, das war deine Waffe im Leben und davon hast du uns Kindern so viel gegeben. Denn an das Glück strahlender Augen wollten wir Kinder gerne glauben. Du hast das Leben geliebt und verstanden, dass es auf dieser Erde nur ein sehr, sehr, sehr kurzes gibt, dass es gilt zu gestalten und sich nicht an Konventionen aufzuhalten. Vom katholischen Landleben nicht weggekommen, hast du dort eben ohne Heirat ein Kind bekommen. Denn was für dich zählte, war die Liebe zu einem, eben nicht zu deinem Mann, dessen Herzschlag leider viel zu früh verklang. Doch auch das war kein Grund, dich in Trauer zu hüllen. Du bist weiter durchs Leben getanzt und hast neue Freudensträume gepflanzt. Bei einem Schützenfest hast du dein Herz irgendwann neu vergeben, doch auch dieser Mann blieb nicht lange am Leben. Doch als Kind sah ich die Trauer in deinen Augen nicht, denn uns zeigtest du immer nur doch dein Alles ist bestens Gesicht. Dein Haus war ein Abenteuerland, auch wenn der Misthaufen nebenan ziemlich stank. Hühner waren zum Jagen da und an Weihnachten gab es jedes Jahr ein zuckrig buntes Lebkuchenhaus und an Ostern legtest du Eier raus, die man meist erst wiederfand, wenn man die Weihnachtsdeko dann suchte im Schrank. Ligretto war dein Lieblingsspiel. Bis zu jenem Tag, als dir die Spielregel plötzlich nicht mehr einfiel. Du warst fest überzeugt, du hättest dieses Spiel nie gesehen und ließest uns einfach fassungslos daneben stehen. Wir haben also ohne dich weitergelacht und gemacht und du hast ein bisschen verlegen gelacht. In deinem Haus blieb die Zeit für uns einfach stehen und wir sahen die Ferien nicht vergehen, bis eines Tages Taxi-Mama vor der Tür stand und uns zurückfuhr ins Alltagsland. Und lange Jahre kamst du auch dort vorbei, doch irgendwann wurde unser Haus dann Oma frei, weil der Weg nach 20 Jahren dorthin plötzlich aus deiner Erinnerung ging. An einem Dezemberabend haben wir dich gefunden, ins Dunkel gehüllt und im Sessel versunken. Denn wegen fliegender Engel und glitzernder Weihnachtsbeleuchtung flog halt eines Abends auch die Stromsicherung. Wann das war, konntest du uns nicht sagen, aber es ging wohl schon seit ein paar Tagen. Genau eine Woche hast du dich gegen ein Pflegeheim vehement gewehrt und dann die Tatsachen einfach ins Gegenteil verkehrt. Der Ort verwandelt sich in deinen Augen schnell in ein 5-Sterne-Hotel, denn hier ist alles inklusive, hast du gesagt. Und du, hör mal, ich habe noch gar keinen Cent für all das hier bezahlt. Tja, was du nicht sagst. Ein ums andere Jahr verbringst du darin und deine Lebenskraft geht Tag um Tag dahin. Von der Lieblingsoma, die alle mit ihrem Lächeln verzaubert, bis zum höchsten Pflegefall hat's nicht lange gedauert. Späßchen und Tänzchen gibt's heute nicht mehr und bei deinem Anblick wird das Herz ziemlich schwer. Im März 2020 dann hinderte uns auch noch eine Plexiglasscheibe daran, dich im Arm zu halten und dein Schweigen durch Nähe irgendwie zu gestalten. Hinter dem Stoff im Gesicht verschwand dein Lächeln und in deinen Augen das Licht. Und auch wenn ich heute nicht mehr mit dir lachen kann, habe ich doch so viele Erinnerungen daran, wie es war, mit dir den Sommer zu verleben und jeden Tag mit neuen Glücksmomenten zu verweben. Denn du hast uns gezeigt, dass ein Leben nicht perfekt sein muss und dass man besser nicht wartet bis zum Schluss, bevor man tut, was das Herz zum Tanzen bringt, auch wenn daran die ein oder andere Konvention zerspringt. Manch ein Abschied geschieht zu schnell. Und bei einem anderen wird es ganz langsam dunkel und dann nie wieder hell. Ich sehe deinen Körper vor mir, doch kein Wort dringt mehr zu dir. Und ich weiß nicht, ob ich es denken darf und kann, doch irgendein Teil von mir wünscht sich, du kommst bald am Ende deiner Reise an. 6 Minuten sind nicht viel Zeit, aber die Zeit reicht für einen Gedankenfluss und eine Geschichte, die ich erzählen muss. Danke.
Oi. Absolutely stunning piece of poetry, I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, guys, so we've come to that part where I'm going to mess up some pronunciations again. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm going to do a better job than last time. I'm about to introduce the wonderful Quebec City entrant. So in a moment, we're going to hear a little bit more.
Careful.
This is it. You know, we don't like to make our lives easy. The easy thing would have been to let Jeremy introduce, but no, we're gonna try. We learn by making mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Amen. Okay. So yeah, I went back to like being 11 and being in Pentecostal church. Then I was about to preach a sermon. Then I remembered that's a different audience, and someone in the audience is waving because they get it. Okay. So we're about to hear from the wonderful Erica Hargenville. Erica is a value. There we go. Value. Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. We learn. We make mistakes and we learn and we get corrected by Jeremy. I love this. It's like doing your homework with your teacher next to you, innit? Like, you didn't carry the one. Okay, so Erica is a wonderful multidisciplinary artist based in Quebec City. She graduated from l'École de Cirque in Quebec in 2017. Her work is anchored in the various spaces that shelter poetry, seeking its manifestations through multiple languages, be it body, voice, music, or spoken poetry. She is active in multiple artistic fields, notably circus. That's pretty special, circus and poetry. Yo, that's mad. Music, dance, and theatre. In 2016, she co-founded the band, which is Beyond the Multi, as well as the multidisciplinary collective La Bambines, which combines theatre, circus, poetry, and music. Their first creation was presented at Premier Act in 2019, and the same year, she was mentored by the poet Marie-André Gilles with the support of Premier Ovation Arts Littéraires. And this is going to be the worst French. I got a thumbs up. I didn't get the thumbs up. Can I get a thumbs up from you, Jeremy? Are we okay?
Yeah, I trust you anyway, Reese, so it's okay.
Excellent. So on that note of really bad French for myself, we are going to go to hear a little bit more about what Quebec City's been up to, and we'll then go into their entrance. So let's make some noise for Quebec City.
Yes, let's make some noise.
Pour le projet Poésie sur les toits, nous, on a été approchés pour notre expertise en néon. On nous a soumis 5 phrases qu'on a adaptées avec des polices, des typographies à l'ordinateur qui allaient bien pour se faire en tube néon. De l'artiste Fleur de Verre, mon père André Fortier, lui, il a suivi les plans à la lettre rigoureusement. Puis on a joué avec les couleurs qui étaient possibles, avec le gaz néon, le gaz argon, pour en venir à 5 couleurs différentes, 5 typos différentes qui sont sur 5 installations différentes.
La pandémie, ça a été une période de renoncement dans toutes sortes de sphères. Ça nous a rappelé aussi l'importance cruciale de la sphère sociale dans notre vie. Donc, quand je dis nous redeviendrons, je pense que on va redevenir un corps social. Je le vois vraiment comme plein d'individualités qui redeviennent une collectivité, puis c'est ce vers quoi je voudrais que le vers nous guide.
En tant qu'humain, on fait partie de la nature, le ciel est au-dessus de nous. J'ai souvent l'impression qu'on l'oublie à cause des lumières, à cause de la ville qui est éclairée. On oublie que le ciel est là dans toute sa grandeur, dans son côté majestueux. Donc, que les gens lèvent le regard vers le ciel, je trouvais ça important. Le fragment poétique se dit ainsi « Arionhuenza Yawenda Yaati ». Alors, mon territoire s'appelle langue, mais ça peut aussi être mon territoire, mon monde, mon pays. Ça s'appelle langue, parole, voix et promesse.
Pour moi, le sens de mon fragment, c'est un élan d'amour, de tendresse, adressé à qui veut bien l'entendre. C'est de dire, quelqu'un se soucie de toi. Le fait qu'il soit genre dans l'espace public devient tout d'un coup poétique parce que ça résonne très fort, ça s'adresse à tout le monde et qui veut bien l'entendre l'attrape.
Après, nous fonderons un ciel. Oui, c'est tourné vers l'avenir et vers l'espoir, mais sans nier pour autant la détresse qui a précédé. Il y a une revendication cachée derrière. Il y a une volonté de dire que le ciel, dans son état actuel, n'est pas quelque chose dont on veut se contenter.
Je me perds souvent. Je me perds en attendant la 801 à -23, en achetant du Gatorade au Bonichois, en disant « Merci, swipe la carte de débit, chiching, money from the bank, baby, diamonds are a girl's best friend, apparently. » Je me perds à la piscine municipale, mes abîmes qui s'étalent entre les tuiles beiges du vestiaire, entre les seins des madames tout nues et révolutionnaires, espiègles, qui cultive la sève de l'ordinaire. Mais moi, je me perds encore, avalée par un maillot de bain qui me remonte dans Snatch, comprimé comme du craft dinner synthétique, bikini village, il te fait super bien. C'est un de nos modèles les plus désirés, les plus désirables. Je m'origami, me replie en petits bouts de corps. Je veux devenir un dinosaure en papier, m'incendier de météores, consulter un psy pour décaper mes aurores dans l'espoir cave de dire un jour « je suis bien, tellement bien, je suis une forteresse de certitude, je n'ai surtout aucune faille. » Mais je continue à me perdre souvent. Je me rapetisse dans les crevasses du monde, des fois à me détricoter le dos pour mieux me glisser dans les entre-nous. L'espace dézippé et ouvert, c'est vaste, vaste exister ensemble, tellement que je sais pas toujours comment. Dans les salles d'attente trop petites pour le volcanique de nos corps, ne surtout pas passer par-dessus bord. Je suis la reine du coloriage, je suis bonne, regarde, je suis tellement bonne, je suis quelque chose, peut-être. Des fois, j'oublie de respirer. Des fois, la peur de me dépotoir du dedans, la mâchoire vieillie et fatiguée à force de se faire éjaculer de la tristesse dans la gorge. Je m'excuse souvent. Je m'excuse de m'excuser, je m'excuse de m'excuser, de m'excuser et je me perds souvent dans l'archéologie du désir, le bonheur fossilisé que je regarde du dedans de mon tiroir d'être. Je m'origami, me replie en petits bouts de corps. Je veux devenir un dinosaure en papier, m'incendier de météores, féroce et fragile fille, peut-être même interstellaire. Et je me dis que je suis un loup marin dans une autre vie, que je dévore la chair de mes rêves pas cuits qui ont gardé toutes leurs vitamines. Là-bas, je nage dans l'Atlantique liberté, le squelette et la sagesse flexible. Je nage la mémoire du monde indélébile de sur mon intérieur.
Yes, a very inspired performance by Erika Hagenville. She's a circus artist, like you said, Reese, and you know that she can move. I've seen her move, and she moved fast, and she moved like I don't know how to explain this. It's very intriguing and very interesting. This art to have this artist here in Quebec City. So. Anyway, we go from Quebec City to Heidelberg. So the next performance is Georgia Bartlett Mcneil. She's a poet who's been writing for 13 years and performing for 6. Her works cover a range of topics from nature, love, to current affairs, and drawing from her daytime career, science. She is known as the Queen of Imagery by Katie Isles and has been involved with Loud Poets virtually since its inception. So here she is. We will hear a little bit about Heidelberg and what they do. And after that, you will hear a performance by Georgia Bartlett Mcneil, who performs Psalm 136.
It's been an exciting year for poetry in Edinburgh.
There's been lots happening over the last year, including our friends at the Salon Leamington Books publishing their first full Scottish poetry collection by trans writer Leslie Storm.
And we at the Edinburgh Literary Salon have published our own anthology in partnership with the Edinburgh Napier University. It's called Lost Looking and Found, and it's available now. It features poems from Sarah Sheridan, Jim McIntosh, and our fellow judge Joy Hendry.
Yeah, and there's been a new poetry festival that launched this year in October called Push the Boat Out. It's at Summer Hall, and it has encouraged the constant evolution of contemporary poetry and giving it a new platform.
Hope that gives you a taster of what's been going on in our city, and we look forward to hearing about what's going on in yours. Bye.
I thought I heard God once. Could have sworn when our voices met for the first time that the sound of slight dissonance in our harmony, that static was Him speaking through us. And in those first seconds that our two voices became one in song, He said to me, this one will change you. Whether it was God or intuition, I will never know, but whatever it was right. You molded me like wet clay, softened my flesh with your cold hands and hardened my skin like kiln flames. I was set in the ways of blue-eyed joy and porcelain. But I am earth. I am brown. I am clay. I thought I saw God once. In the shadow behind your eyes, those diamonds too close to the color of steel to be sapphires, where the light strikes to be righted by physics. I saw my reflection, and I knew it must be God or miracle or love, because I was right side up, even though I knew I had long been head over heels for you. I never said a word, just kept tripping up, tripping over, hoping you would notice how far I kept falling for you. I thought I touched God once. One night, as we sat cross-legged on the marble floor of your kitchen, our chapel, home to all of our confessions, and your hands held my spine as it trembled, then unraveled like a spool of thread. You stitched me back into myself that night. And yes, I still need hemming more often than I would care to admit, but you pricked your thumbs with the needle every time you tried to make a stitch. You will never, ever be an accomplished seamstress, but you tried, and that meant the world. I thought I met God once. recognized a heaven I had long lost belief in your smile. You convinced me to find something better suited to holding something so great as my faith. Such as myself, she'd say, life is all about finding yourself or some kind of bullshit. And we'd laugh. And with every passing day, I'd see myself just that little bit more clearly. For a long time, I've been little more than shadow man, hologram. I only found myself, or started to find myself, when you found me. I have never found God. I don't think I ever will. But I did find you. And I'd have lost myself if not for you. So, in your mercy, I endureth forever. Thank you.
That was dead nice. I found myself smiling all the way through that poem, and that's always a good sign if poetry makes you smile, yeah? Yeah. So we've come to the end of all the submissions from our wonderful cities of literature. Can we make some noise for all of the submissions that we've seen? For Ulyanovsk, to Nottingham, to Kumo, to Tartu, to Manchester, to Heidelberg, to Quebec City, and to Edinburgh. Yeah? Absolutely gorgeous poetry, right? And to see like how different cultures approach writing poetry and presenting that, yeah, it's been great for me. Like, who gets paid to watch poems and enjoy poems? That's a good job, that. Really, really. I shouldn't say it out too loud before people think it's privileged. Like, right, we're not going to pay you no more, Reese. Do it in your free time, working out. Okay, so we're going to move to a different kind of poetry now. We have got a wonderful singer, songwriter here with us. If you were here in the space bang on time, you would have been treated to a nice little bit of a sound check. This performer is a local singer-songwriter by the name of James Holt. I don't have an official bio for James other than that Brian Eno said some really nice things about your work and said that you're really interesting to listen to. He gets played on the BBC radio lots, and I think above all of those things, he's a lovely human being. And it's really, really nice to have him with us. He was resident artist for us, actually, resident musician as part of the Festival of Libraries that we did back in June and presented some fantastic work that he did with the community. So can we make a Manchester and Quebec and international round of applause and noise? What is international round of applause? I don't know. We're going to figure it out. Can we make some noise, please, for the wonderful James Holt?
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Reese, for that lovely. What did you call me? A lovely man or something?
A lovely human, yeah.
That's very nice. Okay, I'm going to dedicate this one to you.
Hey. Told you it's lovely.
It's a song actually that I won a songwriting competition a few months ago, and this was the song that won. It's about being in hospital and receiving visitors and that kind of feeling of gratitude you have when you just kind of realize that somebody loves you and cares about you. So this one's for you, Reese. It's called Make My Day. As I lay on the wall, I've never felt as safe and reassured. When I see you standing by my side, what a fine way to make my day. It's wonderful to hear you say, to know where There's a world outside your window, but I'm glad you choose to spend your time with me. What a way, what a fine way to make my day. I never assumed you'd wish to stay and help me bear the strain, but it's wrong and it's cruel to lay my words on you. I'm ashamed, I'm a fool. What else can I do? You're divine, you're a treasure. You can turn my pain to pleasure. You're the one who gave me cause to go on living. What a way, what a fine way to make my day. How can I ever repay the life you gave away to make my day? What a way to make my day. What a way to make my day. What a way to make my day. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to play a song that has a bit of a story. If you like stories. Do you like stories? Yeah. I thought you might. It's about a little boy who every day his friends come to his window and they say, "Come out to play, come out to play." And he says, "No. I'm going to do my homework." And he grows up in the second verse, and his friends grow up too, and they say, "Come out to play, come out to play." And he says, "No, I'm going to do my homework." And he grows up one more time in the last verse, just like we all do in the last verses of our lives. And he had his own son, his own little boy. And one day his son's friends come to his son's window and say, "Come out to play, come out to play." It was kind of creepy, that, wasn't it? "Come out to play." And he leans over and gives him some advice, which are the last words of the song, so you've got to pay attention. You'll never guess what this song's called. A flower waited for the clouds to clear. Shame it spent its young years stalling its blue. Sadly, I never took heed of the warning when I sat one lonely spring morning and heard my friends outside. Come out, come out, come out, come out to play. We'll show you a better way, but I just keep holding on for a day to reminisce on before I miss it. I just hope that I don't dismiss it now. The glow of youth is fading. All my friends, they are trading the cycles for cars. And as I become well acquainted with regret, on one lonely midsummer sunset, I heard a drunken bellow at my door. Come out, come out, come out to play. We will show you a better way, since our last resembled. So much joy that I trembled. Then the birth of my son. And I know he and I share the same choices. And one snowy day I heard voices called to his window. Come out, come out, come out, come out to play. And I lean to him and say, go out, go out, go out, go out and play. 'Cause you won't find a better day. Thank you. How many more? One more. Yeah? I'll do one more. And then I'll disappear. I'll vanish in a cloud of smoke. Yeah, I've been James Holt. Thanks very much for listening. If you like any of this stuff, then
like it.
yeah. Well, you can just listen to it online, you know, that's free and easy. I've got a new song out next week, which oh yeah, I know. I've got a new song out, and I'm going to play it. I also have a show on the 17th at the Manchester Academy. If you'd like to come and, yeah.
Headline gig?
Headline, yeah. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you'd like to come along, that'd be nice. Nice to see you all again. This one's about seeing the person you love marry somebody else. I usually get more sympathy than should we try it again? This is about seeing the person you love marry somebody else.
Wow.
I know. It's not real. It's called a wedding. Bells ring, the love of my life is married. I can hardly bear to watch it. Oh my, oh my, oh my. I'm coping until my eyes betray me when they fill with tears of envy. Oh my, oh my, oh my. And oh my, your life is your own to share with anyone you please. Only wish she'd share with me. My, my, my. She stand in the light of the stained glass window. Never seen someone so clearly in love. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Then somehow she feels my eyes upon her, turns and gives me a smile so tender. How could anyone with a heart resent her? Oh my, oh my, oh my. And oh my, the look on her face tells me all I need to know. I was right to let her go. My, oh my, oh my. Daydreams come as they vow together. In delusion I was stood there with her, but all of my dreams retreated when a velvet voice repeated, I do, I do, I do. Oh my, as the dream went goodbye, I looked upon the wedding scene and saw what might have been. my, oh 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 my. Thank you.
Wow. So firstly, what an amazing musician, guys. Come on, guys, we can do better than that. And secondly, I did tell you that he's a lovely human. And thirdly, I'd just like to say, if the love of my life was marrying somebody else, I think I'd be singing different words other than oh my. But I mean, the words I'd be singing wouldn't make a song as that. Last thing to say, discard what he said. I say last thing a lot and then I lie. I have a microphone, I'm allowed to. Discard what James said about like streaming his music. It takes like 7 million streams to get 1 pence. So please, if you can, check his stuff out on Bandcamp. Is it the first Friday of every month is Bandcamp Day? Which means if you buy his stuff on that particular day, all the money goes to James. And you should all come along with me on the 17th of December and see him headline his first headline concert in Manchester. So yeah, James, again, thank you for being with us. Lovely to have you with us. Yeah, we are about to go to the bit now. This is the bit. I'm going to give a bit of a disclaimer. So we're going to go into seeing how the different cities scored the different poets. And there's a really important phrase that we have in slam poetry, which is the points are not the poetry. No, let me try that again. The points are not the points. The point is the poetry. Yeah? And I wanted to echo that and add to it and say the points are not the politics. The point is the poetry. No, all jokes aside, we're about to go to the video, so we'll see the different cities scoring the different poets. And again, this was really interesting for me to see, but without further ado, we are ready to go into our first scoring video. So we are going to see Ulyanovsk let us know what they think of the poetry. So let's go to Ulyanovsk. So as you can see, Heidelberg scored the highest in their city. Yeah.
That was fast. We have now a video from Nottingham.
Hello there, Nottingham calling from the UK, and here are our judges' scores. 1 point goes to Ulyanovsk. Our 2 points goes to Kumo. 3 points goes to Tartu. Our 4 points are for Manchester. 5 points go to Heidelberg. 6 points go to Quebec. And our 7 points go to Edinburgh. Congratulations, Edinburgh.
There we go. Okay, we are now going to move in a moment to the scores for the wonderful city of Kumo, I believe. Yes, Kumo is up next. Yeah, round of applause for Kumo's scoring. Let's see how they scored our entrance.
Cities of Literature. Terveisiä kirjallisuuskaupunki Kuhmosta. Greetings from Kuhmo City of Literature. Here are our final scores for the Slamovision 2021. To Heidelberg, we are awarding 1 point. To Quebec, we are awarding 2 points. To Edinburgh, we are awarding 3 points. To Manchester, we are awarding 4 points. To Ulyanovsk, we are awarding 5 points. To Tartu, we are awarding 6 points. And to Nottingham, we are awarding 7 points. That's it. We wish good luck for all the finalists and enjoyable evening to everybody who's watching this show.
Thanks, Kumo. Now we're going to see what the city of Tartu thinks about our contestant.
õnnelikuks pisikene äppu, kui kingikotti pistad näärinäppu ja ometigi arglik olen ma, sest aru saan, see rõõm ei jää ju kestma. Ma saan ju aru, ei saagi jääda päriseks, ei näärid ega lumi. Kui vorstid aina säriseks ja küünlaleegid väriseks, ka siis, kui tuleb suvi, siis kaoks ju nääri huvi. Küll jõuab iga aasta nääriaega, küll näeme igal aastal marjaaeda ja kevad, suvi, sügis kordub see, kui kellelegi paha ei tee keegi. Ma tahaks väga, las jääda meile päriseks, me lumed ja me suved. Et rõõmuaeg ei käriseks, et lapse hing ei väriseks, las kaovad maa pealt mured ja õnne juurde tuleb. Ma tahaks väga, las jääda meile päriseks, me lumed ja meie suved. Ja meie rõõmuaeg, et ei käriseks ja et lapse hing ei väriseks, las kaovad maa pealt mured ja õnne, las tuleb juurde.
Hello from Tartu. And thank you to all the poets whom we've seen performing today via videos. It's been a really exciting evening for our jury, and I might say that it's been also a very tight competition. So here are the scores from Tartu.
And 1 point goes to Kuhma.
2 points goes to Quebec City.
And 4 points goes to Manchester.
And 5 points goes to Edinburgh.
And 6 points go to Heidelberg.
I'm just gonna say that is the best scoring video, possibly the best video I've seen in my life. Full stop of anything. That should be in like a film festival somewhere, right? Right, guys, we're gonna work on this. If you are watching Tartu, we are gonna make that like viral. I don't know how, but that deserves an accolade. I'm gonna give you an extra 24 points, just because. Nah, that was amazing. That was amazing. That was a lot. That was a lot. Let me get my bearings. I'm trying to. Sorry, it was all the sunglasses poses. 5 hands behind the head. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Compose yourself, Reese. All right. So we are going to move to the Manchester scoring, and myself and my wonderful colleagues at City of Literature, Ivan and Joe, we had a really difficult time scoring, but you are about to see the video of what we decided. Let's roll.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us here in Manchester for Slamovision 2021. Here are the scores from the Manchester jury. Our 1 point goes to Ulyanovsk, our 2 points go to Kumo.
Our 3 points go to Heidelberg, and our 4 points go to Edinburgh.
And our 5 points goes to Quebec City. Our 6 points goes to Nottingham. And that means our 7 points goes to Tartu.
Thank you so much for being here with us in Manchester for our grand finale of Slamovision 2021. I think I was saying some stuff about how...
Thank you. Reese, are you okay? You seem to have
I'm
lost...
I'm still getting over Tartu's video, sorry.
Okay, well, we will go now to Heidelberg to see what they have think of our contestant.
Dear hosts of the 2021 edition of Slamovision, my name is Katrin Rabus. I'm a member of What Up, Heidelberg's own poetry slam organization, and I'm really happy to announce the results of the voting in Heidelberg. So here we go. Heidelberg is awarding 1 point to Ulyanovsk. We are awarding 2 points to Quebec. Next, we are awarding 3 points to Tartu on the 5th place. Fourth on our list is Manchester, so 4 points are going to the Northwest. The voters in Heidelberg award 5 points to Edinburgh. Congratulations for the second best result, and 6 points are going to Kumo, Untitled. And finally, Heidelberg awards 7 points to the Midlands. Congratulations, Nottingham. Thank you very much for the great contributions to all poets who took part in Slamovision this year. Bye bye, stay healthy und tschüss.
Such lovely people at City of Literature. Like, yeah, we're a right bunch, we are. Because Jeremy and our wonderful colleagues in Quebec are rebellious, they didn't do a video to score. They wanted to build suspense, so they're going to actually do it live in this very moment. Yeah, yes. I know who does that. I love it. When you're ready, Jeremy, when you're ready, let us know what is going on.
Okay, good. Thanks. We start with a beautiful atmosphere, slow and calm, with a traditional touch. Our Zen Master Viking, Keijo Atone from Kumo, gets 1 point. After that, the text with epic and mythological overtones, historic in a convincing performance. We've got Pavel Soldatov from Ulyanovsk, who gets 2 points. After that, interesting angle about love and the divine with a good interpretation and an excellent rhythm. We've got Georgia Bartlett Mcneil from Edinburgh, 3 points. After that, a text with a good structure, who reminds us of a train of thoughts and a solid performance. Judith Hoffman from Heidelberg gets 4 points. A really interesting text delivered in an intense manner. Lena Gildan, from Tartu, gets 5 points. A text with a strong charge, who rekindled with talent a familiar poetic form. Cara Thompson from Nottingham gets 6 points. And in the first position, maybe we are a little bit biased, but original text with a peculiar theme and shocking sentences and a creative performance. It's Manchester. You get 7 points from
Hey! Thank you, Jeremy. I will make sure that I wiretap you your money. All jokes aside, can I just... Am I the only one in here who's old enough to remember Top of the Pops? Does anyone remember Top of the Pops? Jeremy, your commentary reminded me of Top of the Pops, and that's a good thing. Like when they'd whiz through, number 7 is this. Like, you guys gave descriptions. You told us why you felt the way that you felt. That's beautiful. That's nice. That's not just, here's a score. Here is a number. Feel good or bad about the number, but here is the number. Anyway, I just wanted to say that brought me a lot of joy, and it made me feel like I was 7 years old again. So thank you for that, Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. Are you gonna introduce the last video for us then? The last scoring video, is it?
Yes, the last video will be from Edinburgh. So let's see what they say.
Hello from Edinburgh. We're Rebecca and Madeline from the Edinburgh Literary Salon.
On behalf of the judging panel, thank you for all your submissions.
We really enjoyed watching them.
And without further ado, here's our results.
We've given 1 point to Ulyanovsk.
We have given 2 points to Kumo.
We've awarded 3 points to Tartu.
Our 4 points go to Nottingham.
We've given 5 points to the submission from Manchester.
Our 6 points go to Quebec.
And at last, but not least, our 7 points go to Heidelberg.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing who comes out on top. Bye!
There we go. I like that echo. That echo's nice. Yeah, big up to all of our entrants. Big up to all the cities of literature that have taken part in Slamovision. We are going to move to the results in a little moment. But before we do that, we're in Manchester, innit? We're a city of poetry, right? And we thought it would be a real shame to host the wonderful Slamovision this year and not actually have our poet representative here to perform a live set for us. Because again, it's not about the scoring, it's about the fact that there is some excellent poets up and down this world and as part of our network, and we wanted to highlight just one of those poets. So we're going to welcome to the stage the wonderful P.A. Bites. Yeah, you can make some noise. I think you should clap her all the way until she says her first words. We should just keep clapping and keep whooping and keep stamping our feet because she is a big deal. And I'm going to say that she's a big deal. She's the reason why I do a lot more hosting than I do performing of my own, because of poets like this. So yeah, the wonderful P.A. Bites.
Hello.
Hey.
The first poem I'm going to do is called The Secret of Lasting. The secret of lasting is a fermented love captivated in my dermis. A smooth spark under my skin like linen, an open caption under the circles of my eyes, hands like the Pacific so that when I overdose, I rise again like a miracle. It is a miracle to survive sickle and seductive sorrow, to survive the bruise that is tomorrow, to survive the unbreakable glass that is my past. The thing that makes me last is poetry agreeing to be my soulmate. A small weight to drag me out of the dark, quilting my soft heart in the skin of the moon. That has been my tomb. I will live for it, I will die for it, I will let it be my water. It has sustained me through the droughts of contentment, and I have stayed free of resentment, because poetry has been a safe house, a place for me to rest when the world beats me, when I'm not at my best. The secret of lasting is to carry summer and skin, to live within the warm, to make your body a bed and your mind a rose, to see the self as a home more than bones. I know the secret of lasting. I have cheated death many times. Thank you.
Yes.
Another poem I will be doing is called Icioli Cranes, and I wrote this during the first lockdown. I was really sad in my room and I was watching too much news, so that's what this poem, that's why it is alive. Okay. Silent talk, captioned by quiet pain. Block to block of bricks, Icioli cranes. Love evaporates and then it rains as waterfalls flood my face. Love is oil, the soil, the toil, the cycle of the things that crawl, the call of the crying world, trapped in the sound of a dying girl. Rumblings of a mute maiming, living like an oil painting, beautiful but very still, performing health organic ill. The mockingbird we mock and kill like an arrogant eagle, who ogles the vulture's skill at salivating on its starving meal. We toss love into landfields, burn fields of daffodils after volcanic moods are distilled to yield evil. Politics eclipse brains, earth-gutted ocean maze, flowing just beneath our gaze, brittle brave in our corporal cage. Each and every phase could have been penned on a page. Sorrow-stained days, new births and budding pains. Icioli cranes, the rose is ruined, the dirt remains. Suited men, crooks every now and then, continents are hemorrhaging. The tightrope is very thin. Thank you. This poem is called Dreams, And I just want to inspire everyone that one of your ancestors wanted to be in the place you are now. We have access to healthcare, we have opportunities in this land, and we have a chance and a voice, and this is what this poem represents to me. We are the dreams of those before. Bright as the moon facing the shore, our ancestors opened barricaded doors. We will no longer be shackled to the labels wife or whore, because a woman is so much more than being a wife, sister, or daughter. Each syllable is a sword, sharpened by life's umbilical cord. We are the cause, the core, the roar of Mother Nature. Every answered morning prayer from the jaw of Jehovah, a genesis that is supernova, multifaceted like a four-leaf clover. The center of every cell in the in-cell loner. I am the princess that slays that ogre, just as charmed the Casanova 3 times over. The soul in every soldier, the white flag in every war. Our hips make history, and in them the future is stored, because even the Lord had a mother. We are the dreams of those before, bright as the moon facing the shore. Thank you. My last poem is a sad one. It's called The Ether Has Seen It All. The ether has seen it all. When the moon is hot with menopause and the night is tender with blood magic. When a man and a wife beater lives up to the name. Again and again like an earthquake. A father stares absent-mindedly at the incoming train, seduced by the teeth of the tracks. It took tax, crap contracts, economic collapse, banks, and a relapse to make a thought a fact. His psyche overrun with rats. Bobby learns to tie his shoelace up, down, around, and back, while his mother feels the heat of his father's backhand, a slap that leaves her cheek blackened by the wedding band, cruelty in jaws. The ether has seen it all. Grenades like rainfall, angels conjured at Warsaw, suicides and torture for applause. The quiet catharsis, the hoarding of failures for later, 120 days of Sodom and Gomorrah. After the waiter spills the orders, he thinks of the shouting customer for hours. This glacier ruptures his mind into halves, snuffed dreams, pressed into hard cash. Women fall for sirens on the weekend, so tired of chasing whirlwinds that they settle for drowned in cruelty and jaws. The ether has seen it all. A girl washes up on the shore, but the perpetrator isn't the person police are looking for. Bundy bad, hair slicked back with the square jaw. The blanket covers the chainsaw. The ether has seen it all. Wildfires eat up country land. The branches stand like a sergeant and burn like a kamikaze man in a trance until ash. It's autumn. And the nights are a hot flash, full of chance and the remnants of cans and white grams, withdrawals, quicksand. The ether has seen it all. The scent of wet pavement and the sound of boys revving up engines, doing time and dying for cousins. These are the new beginnings in the end. Birthdays spent swimming and smiling through shrapnel season, leaving adults birthed within children who still dream during war and wish unscarred, shooting stars. Thank you.
Jeez, okay. Okay, Ari. Sauce. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Please do check out PA Bites. There's loads of videos online. She did a video with BBC Words First, BBC Radio 1 Extra, and the Asian Network did an amazing talent search up and down the country, and Aubry was one of only 6 finalists. Is that right? 2020 edition, so last year's edition, one of 6, and originally there was 472 applicants, and it went down to 6. So yeah, we do things well in Manchester, I'm just going to say. And there was 2 other finalists who happened to be from Manchester in that same cohort in the last 6. So just saying, we do poetry well here, innit? We are in a moment going to move to the scoring part, revealing the scoring rather. So, Jeremy, do you want to kick things off for us? Do you want to get it going for us?
Yes, of course.
I was hoping you'd say. I was hoping you were going to say no, and we just go home content, having heard some wonderful poetry.
Yeah,
no, okay.
No, it will be a bad finish, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start with the 8th place, and it's Ulyanovsk.
Round of applause for Ulyanovsk, guys, please.
Yes.
And moving down the list, or up the list, whichever way you look at it. In 7th place is Kumo.
In the 6th place, it's Quebec City.
And in 5th place, we have the wonderful city of Edinburgh.
In a joint 3rd and 4th place, we have Manchester and Tartu.
Yay. Okay, I'm going to build a little bit of a suspense here. Because if you've been listening out to the cities that have been read out so far, you know it can only be one of 2 that will win. The Slamovision 2021 Grand Finale. This is not just poetry. Sorry. I went into M&S mode there. Okay, so in 2nd place, we have the wonderful city of Heidelberg.
And so in 1st place for the Slamovision 2021, the winner is Nottingham.
Yes. Massive, massive, massive congratulations to Nottingham and to Cara the poet. Absolutely fantastic work. Absolutely wonderful night. Who's happy? Who feels infused? Who feels excited about international poetry? Yeah, good. Who feels ready to be like defeated with the thanks that we have to give? No, I'm gonna whiz through some on a serious note. Some people that made this night happen. Again, massive round of applause to all of the cities of literature that took part and their coordinating teams. A massive shout out to the poets that submitted and entered. That's really important. A massive shout out to MMU, to Becky, to Martin, to Jess, to our technicians here. These guys over here. Ricardo over here, who is our technician extraordinaire. He's managed all of the tech, which is no mean feat. There's been about 742 pieces of content and lots to manage, and he does it every single time, and he doesn't even sweat. And he just sits there with a smile like, yeah, I'm good and I know it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely wonderful. Big shout out to the City of Literature team, to Ivan, to Joe. I was going to say more people, but we're a team of 3. There was no one else to thank. Massive shout out to the Poetry Society lot over here. Again, we see you guys. I was always going to thank you, but thank you for reminding me. Yeah, let's make some noise for the Poetry Society here. Yeah. For being here with us. To Ari, to James for our live performances, to the venue here for having us the Poetry Library and the actual, this room, this building, this place. Let's just thank the city of Manchester, innit? Like, for being a city of literature. Have I missed anyone, Ivan? Am I doing okay? I was coming back to them. I meant on this side, of course. I wouldn't forget my brother Jeremy. Jeremy.
Thanks.
A massive thank you to our host Jeremy over here, guys. Anybody else you need to thank, Jeremy? Anyone else you need to give a shout out to?
I have to thanks Danielle here, the technician. He's been a great help. I've got to thanks also Catherine Lefrançois from the Maison de la Littérature and André Marceau from the Tremplin d'actualisation de la poésie. They have given me a lot of helps and support for that. And also, I think we need to have a big round of applause for Reese Williams, everybody.
On that note,
an amazing job, Reese. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Likewise, on that note, what's really important is you follow us on City of Literature social media, not just us, but follow Quebec. If you follow the streams and the people who are retweeting it, you'll see. Please do engage in the work that we do. We're here to make Manchester, that City of Literature designation, even more public and more well-known, and do lots of exciting things. And we need wonderful people like yourselves to continue to come out to support the work that we do. So I think that's all the plugs that I'm supposed to get in. I'm looking at Ivan tentatively. Right, I've done what I'm supposed to do. I've not forgot anything really important. No, I haven't. Thanks again. I hope you have a really safe journey home. You have a wonderful rest of the week, whatever you happen to be doing. I've been your host for the evening, and make sure you follow us on social media. Thank you.